This is the Guild Hub of the Metaverse, the home of play-to-earn gaming, education and exploration with the BlockchainSpace group. This is Guild Radio. Prepare for takeoff.
Hey everyone! Good morning, BlockchainSpace! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world right now. We are happy to be back in here for another episode of Guilds of the Metaverse. And this night, or this morning, or ayun nga, kahit nasan kayo guys, diba? Ang magiging kasama natin will be Ken coming from Axie University. So yan, isa sa mga kilalang guild din dito. Coming from the Philippines as well, they have a lot of journey in the play-to-earn revolution, especially for the scholars, for the Filipino players, for the Filipino community. So, let us all welcome, Ken, ready ka na ba? Tignan ko muna siya sa backstage. Ken? Ayun! Ready na siya. So, let us call Ken from Axie University. Hello, Ken. How are you doing?
Hi, Kaisaya. Doing good. Fine, thank you. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for this great opportunity.
Excited daw siya. Guys, konting medyo bigyan natin ng konting live. Yan, sa mga viewer, mayroon ka bang gustong i-shoutout muna, I guess, dito coming from our viewers? I think ang dami mong fans dito, Ken.
I think most of that are, our scholars. I think every initiatives we have. So shout out sa mga scholars namin dyan from AxU. And yeah, thank you for joining us on this evening.
Lovely, lovely. So, ayan, Ken, magkakantuhan lang tayo dito. Ayan, sabi ni Widot Igop, talaga nga namang handang-handa si Kuya mo Ken dito sa ating podcast ngayon. Dito sa ating episode 12 ng Guilds of the Metaverse. So, ayan, kwentuhan lang tayo dito, chill lang. I guess, maybe what I would like to ask first is, paano ba nagsimula talaga or how did you start yung Axie University na guild nyo? What was the inspiration? Kwentuhan mo lang kami.
Yeah, so I think I would like to start with way back 2020. So I think that's the year where we discovered play to earn Axie Infinity. So PTZ, Sprack, and I were started the AxU brand back in November 2020. Yeah, so we're basically it's a pandemic, no? So that's during the pandemic. So Axie Infinity were discovered during the pandemic by us, but so we're trying to trying to look for opportunities, trying to dial because of the impact of the pandemic. We would like to explore opportunities where we can earn. During that time, I think that's only for us, no? Parang let's say that sa Tagalog, kanya-kanyang kayod, parang kanya-kanyang hanap talaga ng opportunity to earn. And then we found this video, and then let's play to earn documentary by the M4 team with Leia, Calderon Butler. So one of our friends basically started that, asked me to, we're just, just a regular chat on the messenger. And then, sa Tagalog, sabi niya, parang, kesa nagdodota ka dyan, wala ka namang kikitain dyan, parang, di ka namang gagaling dyan. I mean, we're gamers. I mean, not professional, not super competitive, but we love playing games back in our days, like since high school. And then so it happened, we joined the space, we joined the Facebook groups during our during our research with the Axie Infinity kung paano ba, on how we can play the game. And then Spracky, so we've been friends since like 2002, no? So Spracky, PTZ, and I, the founders of our guild, were basically my friends since 2020. TTZ and Spracky. And then Spracky saw me in the Facebook group dun sa Axie community Facebook group. And then he immediately messaged me like, pre, naglalaro ka na ba? So, like, pre, are you already playing the game? So, let's try this. We're going to earn here. So, me being just a happy-go-lucky guy, as long as, and the catch is meron kasing, there's an investment. So, you need to, dish out money for that. So, for you to play. And then, that's it. Just, okay, let's go. Without really, I already saw some videos, but I haven't really dig deep into the overall like the flow, the process flow, on how we can earn and then we started, and that's the only time where we really dig deep into the into the Axie Infinity space and in Web3 in general. So that's during the first year of the global pandemic. So there's really a great deal of scarcity in the country. Unemployment rate is high. You really need to do a lot of things to survive, and I think that's where we got directed to into playing Axie Infinity.
Nakikita ko yung partner mo dito, ayan, oh. Si Spracky. Really cheering you
Shout
up
out,
in
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah, shout
yeah.
out kay Spracky in here. So basically, kayo talaga yung mga naging utak behind this guild. And hindi lang siya parang yung guild Kasi I think when I saw your presentation, di ba, or yung deck nyo as a guild, like there's some movement ongoing there, mga community movements in there. So how did you guys actually started with getting this inspiration to actually go for those kind of activities? Actually, maybe not only those mga drives or donations, but of course the team building as well. Who would have thought na parang okay, simpleng laro lang, mapupunta rin din sa ganong klaseng ng community. Parang may barkada ka na sobrang laki ng pamilya. How did it end up being like that?
Actually, I couldn't really tell. It just happened na ideas are coming. Ideas are kept on coming na, oh yeah, we can pay it forward. We're earning unimaginable, we didn't expect this, the market, the SLP, increases in terms of value, it rises up. So the hype was really there. So we didn't really expect that. And then, we're really just like expecting like around, as long as we can earn 5,000 a month extra, it's already, we're happy. We're already happy. So as that, and then it came to a point that there's really a huge blessing, I would say, when we started. And so I think it's really a lot. So we talked about that, okay, and our scholars also, some of them requested some kind of these activities. We already have it in mind, so it's just parang we didn't really know how to start. We started with friends, like in our barangays, like like food carts, and then okay, I think we can bring it to the next level, like charity drives, and then I think outing, since we already got some friends in our Discord servers. So most of our scholars, we became friends with them. So that's really yeah. I couldn't really tell. It just happened. So there's really no plan that okay, let's do this. So we have extra. We have a lot of extra. Let's pay it forward to our community.
Yeah. Parang it came out naturally. Like,
Yeah.
di ba? Like, parang without forcing things to happen. Like, maybe from the perspective of the founders as well, hindi rin yung tipong napilitan, but instead, it was really from the heart. So, I think yun yung nakikita rin natin, I guess not just in Axie University, but I think nagiging movement siya in different guilds. I think you have a lot of guilds under Axie University. Can you tell me more about this? Bakit parang ang dami yung may nakita ako may mga parang subgroup under Axie
Yeah.
University. Can you tell me more about this?
I think we wouldn't really say that they are our subgroup. we they're more of our equal, we would say, because most of those affiliations are most of those guilds are our friends that, hey, we that I think we made an impact from them. I think it's obvious because they also created their own guilds, and then yeah, we would like to have our own guilds as well to build this guild. We like the community. We would also like to build our community with the same mindset, with the same vision, with the same mission that you have, guys. So yeah, we wouldn't really say that. Maybe we just the first ones, I would say, but there are affiliates, there are friends that also shared the same vision with us. So basically, yeah, it just so happened as well na, yeah, we would like to become part of like AXU movement, but they
Mm-hmm.
are their own entity. They are their own entity,
That's
actually.
so cool. Yeah, that's so cool. And I think yung the fact that you are able to find those kind of people to have the same mission vision with as with you guys was like not just luck, but I think it was the movement, or like parang how you were able to inspire other people to actually do the same thing as what you do. So, well, that's nice. That's very interesting on how you guys started, how you inspired each other, how you actually ended up doing some community drives or donations and even team building and all that. Siguro ang tanong ko naman is how do you actually select your games? Punta tayo dun sa part na okay, saan kayo nag-invest? Are there any things like what are your parang measures for you to say na okay, this is worth investing na project, or this is worth checking out na project for us to give to our scholars? Anong basis nyo for those in selecting those kind of play to earn games?
So I think obviously for us, the first one is, yeah, we're invested in Axie Infinity. I think that's obvious for all of us at the moment. And I would say that we're invested in other games that we believe that will provide, I think, not just the earning, but also the entertainment, right? So, like, because most of us are already playing Web 2 games that even though we are putting our money on that game without really getting anything back, it's about the entertainment that you get from it, that that you earn from it. It's I think that's the way. Yeah, earning is really good, of course, but the most important thing is the entertainment that it will give you. We read, I think we analyze, we analyze the white paper of other games, and most of them, I mean, I couldn't really say at the moment because they're not, uh, we are not earning from those games yet, but we are preparing like that. So we already like invested on some of the games that we think that it can provide entertainment without having the earning capability of it, because the earning is nice, of course, definitely, but I think the entertainment comes first from my point of view, because you wouldn't really play a game, right, if it's not entertaining. uh yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
from my
That's true.
perspective.
I definitely agree. Lalo na yung those who are coming from Web 2. Actually, all of us comes from Web 2. But
Yeah.
what I mean is those originally are gamers by heart. Then, you know, some of them, they tend to be hard to give that appreciation to some of the Web 3 games because, this is not yet in my level. This is not the genre of my liking. But yeah, I do agree on that one. I think we have yet to find kung ano pa kaya yung magiging parang next
Yeah,
Axie
it's
Infinity, right?
uh
Or, di ba?
we're
Go ahead.
papunta pa lang tayo sa excitement.
Yeah. Kumbaga nasa
Sabi nga nila.
starting pa lang tayo ng
Yeah, we're just getting
ng
started.
race.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
really exciting. So yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, question naman, like, with regards to, like, managing the guild, right? Kasi ang laki na ng family nyo eh. So, how do you, what were the struggles, when you guys were starting the guild and the time na nag-grow na, ang dami ng scholars and all that? What were the struggles of you being an investor and a manager as well?
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's really a good question. I think Um, it's been a roller coaster ride so far. So it's been a roller coaster ride so far. Why did I say that? Is it difficult? Yes, but is it fulfilling? Definitely. So we have, we have experienced different phases, different phases, different level of difficulty in managing our guilds. So of course, those are essentials for us to grow. If we will not, experience those phases, I think we wouldn't be in this position that, you know, uh, I think we're operating for about, I think, 1.5 years already. So I think there are phases that I would say that the first is the startup. So that's the first phase I would say. Uh, the startup basically, so that's the time where we are just getting started. So a few people believed in us, So and some of the people think we're crazy, sharing this. Yes, you can earn in this game. Wow, that's really new. Oh, okay, I don't believe you. So okay, so we go to the next people. That's basically the first difficult part, no? And then I think the second phase is the scaling phase, because that's the time where it's more and more people getting onboarded to this phase via Axie Infinity. So basically, so I think based from our experience with this game, and I think it will also be applicable to the other games that we're going to be invested in the next few months or next few years. That's the second phase, no, the scaling. I think the third phase would be the the peak phase, I would say, because the daily active users grew substantially. I think it's about 600 around 600% spike in daily active users. I think from 200 to 300,000, we grew for about I think 2.4 or 2.6 million users, right? So that's the peak phase. So more and more guilds are being born, knowledge transfers here and there, and more investors are entering into the space. New games were being introduced. So thousands of opportunities to choose from, really. So and those are, I think, the highest points. And then now I would say that now incoming is the fourth phase, which is the winter phase, I would say. Because I think we're currently in this phase at the moment. So,
Actually,
uh,
I was about to ask that if hindi mo babanggitin. So, yeah, how are you coping up with the current market
yeah,
trend right now?
yeah. So, yeah, we're currently in this phase, as I already mentioned, and I think in this situation is where the only strong survives, I would say. So this is the time where you can realize a lot of things that you cannot experience during the summer, during the spring of the space, the economy. You couldn't really experience those things in that type of economy where everything is, increasing SOPs. We're all happy, I would say. Those are not challenging at all. So these are the times that we build strategy that you can try for the next wave, I would say. So this is the time to we're reflecting. This is where you can only focus on the things that you can control. Actually, you couldn't really control the market. We're not whales or even market manipulators. There are a lot of rumors that are happening, but basically the whole financial markets is affected, right? So not only in crypto but also in the bonds and the like Federal Reserves doing their increase rate hikes. So yeah, there are a lot of factors, but I would say that this is really the game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still in or out?
Uy, parang
Are
kanta
you
yan
still
ah.
optimistic? Yeah, are you still optimistic or are you still enthusiastic? So
So you mentioned that, Ken. So I'd like to ask, you mentioned, okay, are you in or are you out? So how do you, okay, most of the players maybe were just in for the money, right? or those
Yeah.
getting started in Axie Infinity. Oh, this is play to earn. We're gonna earn money out of this game. So how do you actually like motivate those players who are losing hope because of the trend of the market, and as well as nung bumaba na talaga yung value ng SLP, right? So how do you motivate to, or inahayaan nyo lang ba sila when they're very much decided now to leaving the play to earn space? So how do you guys manage basically yung mentality ng scholars and
Yeah.
players nyo?
It's really challenging, Kaisaya. So as of at the moment, I think I would say we also have flaws as well. So we're also learning a lot from this experience. But we've been doing we just keep on building, we just keep on, motivating them. I think most of them are already our friends, so there's of course, it's inevitable if there are really scholars that, lost their motivation, their morale playing the game, or even earning because of the SLP price. But at the moment, we're really doing more community initiatives, I would say, community drives. So just going back to the basics. Let's do some community initiatives, like giving back to them, to the scholars, like community driven activities such as Got Talents. We've been doing that, something like that, and to showcase the talents of the scholars. And also we're doing like bingo nights. We've been doing that before. It's just the same all over again, and mini tournaments. Yeah, and
Yeah,
boot
I want
camp.
to show this. Like, asan ba yun sa, in this slide? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Can you
So
tell
those
me
are
just some background about this? When did this happen?
actually
And
at this one, the first Got Talent was held last year.
mm,
So Jedaya was the winner, and she
andito ba siya?
won 100,000. I think she's not here, unfortunately.
Mm,
But yeah, um, she won that amount. I think
wow.
it's visible. But yeah, there are help from our from our guild affiliates, especially the YGG family. They also helping us on these initiatives, on this community driven activities, because it's really yeah, it's part of our, it's part of our culture to, to do some fun activities, right? So not just, yeah, earn, just farm, play, and farm, play, and farm. We're I think that our culture, we're basically not revolving on 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 that sole purpose. We're not just here for the money. We're here
Mm,
for the connection, for the,
yeah.
for the friendship as well with our community.
Yeah, and it feels like it's fulfilling, right? Especially yung mga donation drive, charities, and it's just like, especially if you're earning a lot already, maybe currently in the current market trend, not a lot, pero yung
Yeah.
during the start of time when you have a lot of blessings, like you are very much happy to share it. So I think that's very inspirational, and that's good. And I think sa lahat ng mga guilds, yun yung mga parang konsepto na pinaka na-appreciate ko rin talaga personally. So that's good. That's good. Just curious though, how do you actually, like, yes, okay, we talk about the scholars, how do you like motivate them and all that. But nakalimutan ko itanong, like, how do you actually like select, what's your process of selecting the scholars? Do they go through some KYC talaga KYC, or like parang kilala lang, okay, na recommend ni ganito ni ganyan? How do you onboard scholars?
I think we already done several approaches on onboarding scholars, because as I already mentioned with the challenges, I think it's really part of the process, where during the startup, we we choose friends, we talk, we spoke with our friends to, are you interested in playing this game? You can earn this, the trusted ones. That's the first. I think that's the first ones that's the first approach that we did during our, startup phase. And then eventually, as the second phase comes in, the scaling phase, we really need to expand, to scale, and you need to and then we invited friends of friends, something like that, and then that's the second phase without really, not we're not doing KYC. That's we did that, I think, on the third phase, that during the peak, that a lot of people would like to join our guild, and that they would like to earn, and we need to make sure that you're I was like 18 years old and above, and something like that. Yeah, I think, to summarize it, the first one we didn't really did some KYC. We just invited friends, and then the second approach that we did from the past is basically, yeah, invite your friends, invite the friends of our friends, we don't really did some KYC. And the third is, yeah, that's the time where we did KYC. I think during the peak, and we need to scale up, and then just to make sure that they're not. I think that's the time that uso pa yung multi-accounting. Most of the matitigas ang the hard-headed is um, doing some multi-account just to earn double. So yeah, that's the different phases, and at the moment, we s- we we're not doing KYC anymore, but we just make sure that they're really they didn't do something like that. But yeah, that's still a risk. I think those are the things that you cannot really control, right? So uh, with you, I can say that, yeah, I'm not doing those. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm clean. I'm not doing a multi account. But you couldn't really tell, right? But a good thing is that we can like track it. We have a history, and we can maybe trace it from other guilds. That's but for the other guilds, but I don't know. Yeah, that's the way that we did
Cool.
some of the things. So
Mm-hmm.
there are
So
different
not
phases as well on onboarding scholars.
well, you mentioned already, like you've explored a lot of different ways to onboard, right? So I think it's just now you wanted to like keep that way kung saan kayo comfortable or mas effective na nakikita nyo, which is yung nag-scale up nga kayo. I think that's the reason why kumbaga mas uh, na pabilis pa yung onboarding process, if I say so.
Mm.
But yeah, that's cool. So we talked about the scholars, we talked about the applicants. Definitely you have management. So for sure hindi lang ikaw and yung co-founder mo yung kaya mag-manage ng lahat. But for the moderators, the admins, the staff, how do you select them? Is this like okay, ito talaga merong formal application process, or is it something like ganun din, medyo casual lang, wherein, okay, we check your activity on Discord, we see if you're being helpful to our community. How do you guys, work on selecting your management?
Yeah, actually, we if we need help. Like we need more in choosing the management, like especially our moderators. They're we're let's put it this way. I think yeah, the value that they have created to the community. So that's number one, because I think we created a culture across guilds that as long as you're a value creator, right? So as long as you add values to the community or in that guild, you have a high chance that you'll be selected for a role, as long as you're up for it, and as long as you love of course, as long as we can see that the sincerity that you really care for the guild. It's not really a matter of, yeah, let me see your credentials. We don't really care about it, because we believe that skills can be enhanced, right? So we can all learn. Me as well, I'm still learning on a day-to-day basis. I wouldn't really say that I'm already an expert on one thing, especially in Web 3. So it's like a meritocracy as well. So we recognize the community helpers on our guilds and our community in AxU. So we've already created a lot of roles that that will empower them, that I have a role in AxU. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That's cool, and I think everyone just started basically being a beginner in the Web3 space. So I think that's like
Yeah.
okay, this is a fair chance for everyone, regardless if you have technical background about programming or whatnot or managing guilds in Web3. You're free to explore, and you're free. It's okay to make mistakes. We learn from it. Even the onboarding process, like you mentioned, you had a
Yeah.
lot of different processes,
Approach.
right?
Yeah.
Then
Exactly.
so that's cool. And yeah, you mentioned about pro, so that gave me a hint about competitive players. So AXU, do you guys like participate in like Web3 esports tournaments? If so, how do you like select or train your players? So can you tell me some information about it? Or
Yeah.
us,
We
yeah.
we have participated in a couple of tournaments already, and on our case, we're also doing some um, internal mini tournaments. So just to feel that yeah, okay, this is an open space. There's no favoritism on this one. So as long as you will perform, so as long as you win this tournament, our internal tournaments, so as and we see an opportunity outside to participate in, to join other guilds if they have any invitational tournaments, okay, you will join. So we have already like sent a couple like a team of a pair of three. I think I would say that they have participated, and I think they reach around third or fourth places. We're already, yeah, we're
Shout out mo
basically
naman yung
using
mga
mini
players na
tournaments.
to.
Yes,
Yeah.
like sila Cesar, yeah, yeah, I think we have a couple of them already that have been participated in a lot of deals. I think the and yeah, it's also a community, like a community. We discover skilled players in the in our community, that and then we provide some support in terms of choosing a team, something like that, right? So, okay, what do you like? So we promote elite players in this one. Those are the that are really act proactive in playing, consistent players, and also having high MMRs. We because we also monitor those activities, like we also monitor those numbers, and we just of course, we have a system with regards to the meritocracy approach, where where this is a reward for you for being a good player. So we promote you to an elite member, so in our community, and then if there an opportunity outside, of course, we will try to 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 participate in that, and you'll be our representative. But at the moment, of course, there's not much, and maybe there are only, I think, one player at a time, and most of the time at the moment, those participants are streamers, and yeah, they're very good players. But at the moment, we're really doing internal mini tournaments just to empower them that, hey, I think I can do this, so to boost their confidence, at least, and internally, and then eventually they will, of course, they can perform in the big stage.
That's cool. I think that's good training ground as well to gain that confidence about competing against other players internally first before actually getting into the bigger stage. So that's good. I think that's very empowering as well. Thank you for that info. How about I'm just curious as well now. How do you see play to earn? Because there's the trend already coming from play to earn. It has become, some people are calling it uh, play and earn, and then there's also the Web3 na lang, kind of generic, and blockchain games. Ikaw ba, how do you see this trend going in the next 5 years? Eh, medyo gagawin kitang manghuhula. But yeah, feel free to,
Yeah.
envision lang maybe what do you see in the next 5 years for this space that we currently
Yeah,
are right now as
I think
gamers.
my bold prediction would be play this play and earn, or I think the Web3 games would actually replace this centralized entities. that control the monopoly of games, so that we can make all these players become un, uh, an owners as well, because Web3 is all about ownership. So we don't just play play for someone else, like invest games for someone else, that they're only the ones who gets rich. I think they control all of these stuffs, like the assets. They can manipulate everything. That's the idea of Web 2. So I would say that this is the time for the Web 3 to rise above the occasion, where they can actually replace this central entities of things.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool. That's so cool. I do believe in that ownership as well, because sometimes it appears that we're part of the development team there, and although not really the developer programmer in the back end, but we own a part of that project. So parang walang say na dun yung developers, maybe even if they leave. And with that said, I guess I'll ask your opinion. To wala to sa guide sheet ko. I'm sorry. Siguro yung dahil sa Twitter ko, I said I'm gonna throw you some random surprise questions. So, I guess ito na to. What's your opinion about interoperability? Because some people, they say, okay, that's not possible. Parang hindi naman pwede yan. Like this game, like this NFT game asset, it's not gonna be possible for usage to another metaverse and all that. But ikaw, anong take mo dun sa discussion about that?
I think uh, it's their thoughts too. So I think I would say that really everything is possible in terms of the Web3. We're already in this era. Web3 is already made possible for us. So you mean the playing games across another game, like using your assets on another game, is like playing it across other games. Is that it's really possible. It's just, I think, the matter of those, I think, those development ideas. So I think in a developer point of view, because I think I've been a Web 2 developer, I think, for 10 years now. Of course, there's really a lot of things that uh, we're telling the clients, no, this is not possible. But of course, it's, if you can think of it, you can achieve it. I think it's just a matter of time, I would say. Uh, I think it's everyone has their own opinion, have their own opinion, right? So I think in terms of me, from my perspective, if I could do that, I'm already started to learn. I'm starting to learn Web3, like developments as well. So if I could only provide some feedbacks as well. I'm not an expert yet on those programming language like Solidity, but I think in perspective of playing an NFT game, uh, to use it for another game is really possible. It's just those projects that if they agree to merge, right? So if they agree that they can, it's just, we're in a metaverse like Soundbox, right? So it's for example, Soundbox, they've been already working with a lot of and with a lot of entities that yeah, you can use Soundbox to play within our metaverse. So that's really possible. It's just those, I think those are just opinions until someone really
Yeah.
actually does it.
Yeah, we're on the same side because I believe
Yeah.
it's possible as well. Like, I think that's the reason why it's very important to get into partnerships. Some partnerships actually just go for the value for value exchange. Okay, let's make this possible. Like this NFT game, let's make it available in this metaverse and all that. So I think it's all about collaborating.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm glad you're ready for my surprise question.
Yeah, it's just, I
Ken.
think, sharing ideas, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, if I don't agree with this collaboration with you, of course it wouldn't happen, because we're not on the same side.
Mm-hmm,
You just need to
mm-hmm.
find someone or some peoples that will believe your your vision. Of course,
Yeah,
if you're on the
yeah.
same side, everything is possible. It's just a matter of collaboration and helping each other.
I love it. Are you guys now inspired with what Ken said? There goes. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's great. That's great. So, and I guess I'm gonna go back lang saglit sa mga scholars, no? How do you actually if there are any other people, like say those who are going to be watching, those who have been watching right now and will be watching this replay, they learned about your guild. What is your how do they actually get in touch with you for them to get onboarded? So yeah, maybe you can just like run through about those
Yeah,
things that they need to know.
join our Discord. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's the first part because we're basically active. We're active in regards to the communicating with our community because I would say that it's really significant. It's really significant to really uh, get involved. That you need to be involved with all the activities that you have in your guild. So, it's a community. Like we're people centric. Web3 is basically people centric. I would say, even though it's really a technology is a technology that are using blockchain. There are really deep terms that we're using, but at the end of the day, we're still going back to the basics. You still need to talk to people. That's
Mm-hmm.
where you get the ideas. So then yeah, join our
Yeah.
Discord. So and if you want to be a scholar, yeah, we're open. We're always open.
Yes, ayun. Okay, apply lang
Hardware.
kayo sa Axie University. But then again, I guess before we actually end the show, tatanungin ko na lang dito, no, what are the rest of the plans of Axie University? Ano pa yung nasa roadmap nyo as a guild? Like maybe in the third quarter of this year, fourth quarter, maybe even next year. What's in store for your current scholars in the upcoming ones?
Yeah, I think at the moment we're in the current situation we have. We're still doing more. I think more collaboration, looking for more
Mm-hmm.
opportunities at the moment to where we really we can improve. So obviously we're also we're not closing the doors to create a DAO as well, decentralized autonomous organization. In the future, hopefully we can make it happen. It's just a matter of I think we need to make sure that all of the requirements that we need to develop and implement a DAO is on our grasp. And yeah, and at the moment, yeah, that's our future goals. But
Mm-hmm.
in our current situation, we still keep on building. We still collaborate with other guilds as well, if possible. Like for like this one partnership with Blockchain Space,
Yeah.
we're really excited to do a lot of things with you guys and to share it. Exchange ideas and yeah, to meet the community as well, to meet the members of Blockchain Space. We already met Peter in Boracay, so
Yes.
so the rest of the guilds we haven't. So I think we're looking forward on that opportunity. So
Yes, LFG. LFG.
yeah,
Let's continue to
LFG.
build, build, build. And yes, for sure, there's a lot of things that we can share. Sabi nga nila, there's no point in really trying to compete, but rather it's better to collaborate and grow each
Yeah,
other. Kasi
yeah.
lahat tayo nasa starting point there, right?
That's a good thing about Web3, right? It's Web2. Yeah, there's really a competition because
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about profits. If you're delivering a really good product, you really need to to get the first level of monopoly on that one.
Yeah.
You really it's all about money. But in Web3, it's all about onboarding more people to make them feel empowered because they will also get a part of ownership of the space.
Yeah.
That's so
That's it.
we don't need to compete. We need more collaboration. That's the highlight for this Web3. That's why we're really excited. We don't need to compete because we're all gonna make it. We're all gonna win.
Yes. We're all gonna win. We're all in the starting phase, guys. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
lucky if you have been here in the space for like 2021, 2022, like even this year. Although nakakita, we're seeing a lot of projects, even play to earn projects, NFT game projects, NFT projects being out there. So to the point na hindi ka na makapili, ano ba talaga magpo-focus ako dito? But we're
Yeah.
still early. So the future is so exciting. So I guess the scholars, the community members of Axie University are so lucky. You have you have founders that have good visions as well, and they have good plans and how they see this technology go moving forward. So, yeah, Ken, I guess, yun nga, before we end, I guess shoutout mo na lang muna yung mga fans mo dito or yung mga scholars mo. I can see they have been cheering for you since the start. And napakamasayahin nila, no? I can see lots of
Yeah.
laughter. So, yeah,
They
shoutout mo na
reflect
lang
our
muna sila.
community. So, yeah, magkakaano lang kami, magkakatropa lang kami. So, yeah, I love my community. So, yeah, thank you guys for for joining us here with Kaisaya and Blockchain Space.
Yes, blockchain
So, looking
space,
for
of
more. Yeah,
course.
of course. We fully support you guys, and we love the mission of the guild. That's why we're here with you, getting
Yes,
partnered with.
yes. We're
So,
very happy to have you guys on board as well. And again, thank you so much for your time, Ken, and thank you for sharing your thoughts, your insights. It was very lovely to hear what you think about the things, the struggles that you have gone through, what you think about, what you thought about interoperability and all that, how you manage your scholars and their mental state with the current market trend, things like that. Thank you for sharing all of those, and we truly appreciate that coming from you, from your own words as well. So yeah, to everyone who's watching right now, again, thank you so much sa lahat ng mga scholars ng Axie University. Yan si Arman, si Mia, Stephanie, Lawrence, is that Lawrence? Lorenzer. Ayan, Jerry, Gilbert, thank you so much for being in here. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next episode of Skills of the Metaverse. Kaisai here with AxU. Ken will be back in the coming episodes. Bye! Thank you,
thank you.
Ken!
Thank you.
Bye!